Welcome back to Yada Crypto. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about a new project called Safuu that comes out in 18 days, which is March the 1st. Now, if you're familiar with Titano, Libero, then this is probably going to be a little bit familiar with you, but Safuu's made a lot of changes that, in my opinion, is going to help to make this project more sustainable. And those are some of the things we're going to be going over in this video. So first of all, if you're already part of Titano, you can see here that I'm invested in this project. I'm about up to $300 a day right now. And also Libero, this is a newer one. It's only a couple weeks old. I'm also invested in it to about $88 a day now. And these work the same way. They're based off of an APY, and you can see with Titano it's 1.9. With this one it's 2.2 daily, or 158,893 APY. But with Safuu, if we go back here, if you look at their APY, it's 382,945%. This is huge for a return on your investment. So if you try to get in Titano, maybe you thought you were late, or the same with any of these others, this is one you don't want to miss, and you have over 2 weeks to prepare for it. So in this video, I just want to talk to you a little bit about this project, what it is, and if it's maybe something you want to invest in or not. Just keep in mind, guys, any type of project like this, it can be risky, so make sure you're only spending money that you have for it. And do a little bit of your own research. I've seen in Facebook groups and on Discord, people over and over just going out and investing in things they have no idea what they're doing, and they lose a bunch of money. So take your time and do a little bit of your own research. But Safuu, so far from what I'm reading about it, it's something that I am definitely going to be investing in myself. If we scroll on down here, it talks a little bit about how this process works. So if you're not familiar with this, this is an auto staking and an auto compounding project. So what this means is that all you have to do is buy the token and keep it in your wallet. That's it. And then you let it go. And what it's going to do is every 15 minutes, it's automatically, you're going to get rewarded based on the interest rate, and the reward that you get from that is going to be compounded into your total amount of coins. So the next 15 minutes, you have more coins, it's going to gain interest. So every 15 minutes, you're gaining more and more, and it's growing more and more, and you don't have to do anything to it. You don't have to come back in and restake anything. It's all done automatically, which makes this great. Down here it says, how much can I earn? So at the end of the year, with a $1,000 investment of Safuu, you can potentially earn $3.8 million at this APY. How does it work? I'm not going to read over all this stuff. You guys can come here to the website and learn about this and how it all works. But basically, every token holder automatically receives 0.02355% interest every 15 minutes. So think about that for a minute. Let me pull up my calculator. And let's take this here. So this is every 15 minutes. And so every 15 minutes, that'd be 96 times a day. So that's 2.26% a day you're going to be earning in interest of these coins. Now, they do have their own insurance fund, which this is going to help to protect the funds within Safuu, as well as the Safuu treasury, and what they call the fire pit, which 2.5% of all Safuu traded are burnt in the fire pit. The more that's traded, the more gets put into the fire, causing the fire pit to grow in size, reducing the circulating supply and keeping the Safuu protocol stable. So let's talk about that for a second, about the circulating supply. So if we go to Titano, you can see here their max supply is 4 billion. If we go to Libero, their total supply is over 6 billion. Now with Safuu, let me jump over to their Discord really quick here, which already has over 4,700 members, by the way, and it's growing, and we still have over 2 weeks for this, guys. This is going to be huge. But here on their Discord, if you come down to the pre-launch information, you can learn all about this. And you can see the tokenomics here. The initial supply is only going to be 325,000, but you can see down here their max supply is 3.2 billion. So there's a lot less coins here, which is great because that means there's going to be a lot more value in each coin. So this is their Discord group. They also have a Twitter page. You can go there and check it out. And also this team by Safuu, they have been KYC'd. So if you come to Assure, you can see why here that Safuu has successfully been KYC'd. If you don't know what that is, that's basically means that their identity has been verified by this company. So a lot of these projects that are out there and just throwing up these coins, they don't want they don't want to have anything to do with anybody knowing who they are, because a lot of them are just too risky for that. Well, this team decided, hey, you know what? We feel better about our project than a lot of these other guys. We're going to go ahead and just get KYC verified to prove to the people who buys our coins that we are really wanting this thing to work out, okay? So by that, they did get approved here by Assure DeFi, and also through RugDoc. You can see here, Safuu Protocol is a reflection or dividend distributing tokens in BSC, and they have been KYC'd with RugDoc. So that has been done by both of those companies. And we can also see that they have a Medium page here. You can go there and learn more about them. Well, let me go ahead and close out these, and we'll close out the Twitter, and we'll scroll on down. But if you're interested in this project, I recommend you come to this website and you join the Discord community. Go ahead and get involved in here so you can go around and start looking over the details here and preparing for this launch. You can go to the official links here and you can see everything about this project and all the links to where they were KYC'd. You can see all their social links, media publications, and so on. All right, let's go on down here a little bit, and they have an insurance fund. It's called the Safuu Insurance Fund, SIF, and if you go to how it works, it says 5% of all trading fees are stored in the Safuu Insurance Fund, which helps sustain the back and the staking rewards provided by the positive rebase, which is great because it's going to help to avoid flash crashing. It's going to help achieve long-term sustainability and future growth, and it reduces the downside risk. Now the fire pit, this is where, if we go over how it works, it says 2.5% of all Safuu traded are burnt in the fire pit. And I already read over that earlier. So basically, this is going to kind of help to offset the positive rebase interest printing and to prevent circulating supply getting out of hand and becoming unmanageable. And then you got your tokenomics, which for buying, there's a 14% slippage. You can see how that gets divided here. And then for selling, it's 16%, and you can see where that goes as well. Now the competitive advantages, so if we compare Safuu with Titano, I like how they have this breakdown. Now don't get me wrong, I'm still going to stay in Titano along with this, but you can see the benefits of Safuu over Titano, such as the APY, it is much higher. The fees, they're actually really similar. You get a 14% fee when you buy and a 16% when you sell, and Titano is 13% when you buy and 18% when you sell. And then Safuu also has the automatic burn, which is a 2.5% per transaction. They have sustainable rebasing. They have the insurance fund. They do auto staking. And this here is actually really big. And this makes a big difference between Safuu and Titano and a lot of those other projects that's out there, is that the fees are hard-coded in this contract, which means they can't be changed. So up here, if we look at these fees, 14% buy, 16% sell, that means based on the contract that they have set up for this project, this can't be changed. So I've been involved in multiple other projects where they will change the sell rate. They'll change it up or down 5%, 10%, or even the buy. But with this project, since they're hard-coded in the contract, these can't be changed. This is what you get, 14% when you buy, 16% when you sell. They also have auto staking hard-coded, so this is something that's permanent. And to help from rug pulls, they have no minting code, no manual adjusting, and the liquidity is locked. And actually, the liquidity is locked for a period of 7 years to help sustain this project. And they have a manual token buyback. Now down here at the bottom, some FAQs. I recommend you go down through here and you look this over, but I do really like this first one. What does Safuu acronym stand for? Sustainable Asset Fund for Universal Users. So they're basically saying this is for anyone. Anyone can take part of this and have a sustainable asset fund. And they base that around their name. So I'm really hoping this is going to be a long-term project. Who's the Safuu team? I'm not going to go over all this, but you can read through here about their team. They've been KYC'd. How do I know this isn't a rug pull? You can read over that. Basically, it's in their best interest, because if they were to rug pull this thing, they would actually be losing money. Whereas if they keep this thing going and grow it and sustain it, there are massive benefits for the ones who have developed this project. So it's in their best interest that they keep this alive and running. And then can you explain the process of buying at pre-launch on PinkCell? So PinkCell is the name of the launch pad. I guess you could call it a launch pad of where Safuu is going to be released, which is going to be the March 1st, 8 p.m. UTC time. That would be 3 p.m. if you're in the Eastern Standard Time. I know because I've already got it on my calendar. And be sure you read this. It will be on a first come, first served basis. So if they have a limited amount of tokens, which we saw down here, if we go back to the pre-launch, the initial supply is only 325,000. Guys, this could sell out in minutes. So you just want to make sure that you're ready for this. So it's a first come, first served basis if you're wanting to buy this. Is there a whitelist? No, there's no whitelist. You don't have to worry about that. About receiving your APY, this is all dependent upon whether they meet their hard cap within, which I'm sure they will. And then how can you sustain such a large APY? And you can read about this also. It basically talks about their plan and how it works, which you can also find in their white paper up here at the top on the menu. I highly recommend you go here and check this out. This has so much information in it. You can scroll down through here and you can read about it. You can see the benefits of using the Safuu project. And if we scroll on down through here, we went over all this. How does the staking work? It's basically you buy, you hold, and you earn. I've already talked about this. And then this is their insurance fund. I've already talked about that, as well as the fire pit, and then the treasury, the fixed APY. And this is pretty interesting here. It says it's important to note that your balance will grow not linearly but exponentially over time, taking a compound interest of the 0.02355 every 15 minutes. So for example, if you started with a balance of only one Safuu on day one, after a year, you will have grown to over 3,829 Safuu. So this is, if you just buy one, this is what you can expect to have after 1 year. Well, let's say you decide to spend $1,000 on day one. After a year, your balance will have grown to $3.8 million. How's the APY calculated? That's on here. The long-term interest cycle, the Safuu token, the buy and sell fees, which we discussed that, the trading fees explained here, as well as their roadmap, which I was pretty impressed to already find this here. I mean, the project hasn't even launched and won't for a few more weeks, and yet they already have all this up and ready. And you can see everything that they have planned for this, including a Twitter marketing campaign, a YouTube marketing campaign, going on into partnerships, launching their own mobile apps, having a DAO, merchandising NFT collection. So I'm really hoping this is a project that can go the full length of that. And then down here, the pre-launch sale is pretty much the same thing you're going to find in their Discord on what I showed you earlier. But you can also read over this too. Now, the pink sale pre-launch, this is what's going to be happening on March the 1st. And 1BNB at the time of February the 7th, which was a few days ago, would earn you 24 Safuus, which is about $17.23 per Safuu. Your minimum purchase is going to be 0.1 BNB. The maximum is going to be 50 BNB. Down here, this is, I really like this. It says the Safuu team will not hold any tokens. The only tokens owned by the treasury will be collected via accumulating trading fees. We are committed to the longevity of the project, and thus the Safuu team cannot dump on you. There's no extra mint or hidden tokens. So the Safuu smart contract has no ability to mint extra tokens, nor can the supply be manually increased or used in an artificial way to change the initial supply by awarding ourselves free tokens. The initial supply is 325,000 tokens only. Please see the breakdown above. No rug pull. Liquidity will be locked for 7 years via the trusted unicrypt.network, which cannot be touched or released early. And finally, no bots. This is huge. If you've ever been in these type of projects before, bots can really have a huge effect on the pricing. But it says here, all front run and sniper bots will be instantly blocked by the Safuu smart contract by the blacklist feature. So guys, I am all in on this. I am not going to tell you to be all in on this. Obviously, that's going to be your decision. But this is a project that I think that I want to invest some in, let it go for a while, and see what happens. So this is Safuu. If you're interested, come to safuu.com. I'll put the link below this video where you can come here and check it out. Open up their white paper, read through it, join their Discord group, check out their FAQs so you have a better understanding of what this product's going to be before you get invested in it. So that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. I plan on doing a lot more videos like this around these types of projects, just giving you a better idea of what they are, whether it's something that I'm going to invest in or not. So hopefully it'll help you guys out as well. That's it. Take care.